Okay, so tonight on the workbench, thought we'd take a look at this Decca record player from the early to mid to sometimes from the 50s to the 60s. Now it works, and I've already redone it, but I'm gonna go back and redact it because it's pretty sloppy, kind of maybe neatened up a bit, and replace this power cord on it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want to replace it with a polarized one. And I put a Crosley cartridge in here. It doesn't have much output. I glued the cartridge in there. Put this glue's decent for what it is, but I glued it in here with some of this super glue. You can buy this at an antique electronics supply, or you can use just regular old school glue. But I think it's already set in there. Yeah, it's already set. But anyway, it works. Like I said, it works. But I'm going to try and redact it and make it look a little bit better. This is 47s, a 22, and a 33. So let's get these things out of here and get it going. Let me just cut off this power cord. Okay. Okay, so replace the only other wax paper capacitor in the set. The original electrolytic was an old can. It was bad. Let me turn off this fan. Anyway, I left this cap in here. It's a 47. Like I said, I replaced that one. Now, maybe eventually at some point in time this may be for sale. I don't know. But if it does become for sale, I'll make a video and put a link. But till then, I'm hanging on to it. Maybe one day I'll sell it. I don't know. But anyway, robbed this out of an old radio that I worked on that ended up being a turd, unfortunately. It was a Arvin 840T that had miniature tubes. See, it has the little thing. I have another Arvin 840T that uses normal size tubes of this size. Don't know what these are called. I think they're octal tubes. This one's... that one's junk. I'm going to garbage. Anyway, so I'm going to use this. You can still buy these. You can buy these from Antique Electronics Supply. They're CE Manufacturing. Just look, you can buy them on eBay too. They're basically just filled with sand, and they just have modern little tiny electrolytics in them. But it's a 33 and 47. They also make it in 80 and 47, I think. And they're a lot bigger. I'll get one now. There's the little one. This is the big one, and it's pretty big. I wouldn't use it in little small chassis radios because these ones barely fit. But yeah, so if you're working on a radio that has a small chassis, I'd go with this. Anyway, I'm gonna use that capacitor, put it in circuit here, and let's see what it'll do. Okay, got the amp all redacted and stuff. Cartridges in. New polarized power cord wired with the hot side into the switch, so the the wide blade is neutral and the narrow blade is hot. And if it's wired in to a And if it's plugged into an outlet that's wired correctly, it's pretty much safe. If it's wired to an outlet wired incorrectly, all bets are off. Now, let me dig up a little 78. This one, like I said, is maxed out. Let me turn this off. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, let's turn this to 78.
But the next morning he was sleepy and dry.
If you undress properly, you will fall asleep quickly and wake up bright and happy.
Here's a little song. Sleep, baby, sleep. While happy memories
Motor mounts are shot. No surprise. Okay, let's pull this back apart.
California time.
Okay, it's working. But not as well as we'd like it. You can see. There's no so it's really only good for playing 45s and 33s. Let's try with the little 18 top hits record. Very tinny. Okay. There you go. Let me try. This is all the way up. That is all the way up. See? Some maxed out Bruce Springsteen record. I don't know if you can see through it. Yeah, see that? That's how you can tell it's styrene usually. And styrene is really crappy. It's really rigid. It's almost as breakable as a 78. Yeah, they're not really good. And Columbia is the company who came up with this idea. It's really crappy. What the heck? This hunk of crap. Hunk of garbage. Okay. What else? Dr. Hook. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good for a test. Let's try this one. On the Mums label. Okay, there you go.